full-time MMA? Nothing else?
My life, man, yeah.
I've done a couple interviews since that fight, and people ask me, does it feel good that Tony won off his back in the UFC? Does it feel extra special? Fuck yeah, it does, guys. You know, I got my black when after Abu Dhabi, 2003. The day I got back, Jean-Jacques handed me the black belt off his waist. He gave it to me off his waist. Jean-Jacques' belt. He gave me that belt. It's right here, and I'm gonna give it to Tony. Jean-Jacques belt. Yeah.
I have no bullshit speech tape for that shit. That's a lot of fucking work. And not bitching about it. They'll fucking come to you and you least fucking expect it. It's fucking dope. Hey, thank you so much to every fucking one of my coaches I've ever had a possibility, ever touching a step foot on a mat. Always learn, try to be a student. No matter who I work with, no matter what, I always try to be able to work with them. No matter what, no age, no weight, no nothing. Just always to help grow the fucking sport. Thank you, Coach, so fucking much.
Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Man, this was just like a great watch. Like just great to fucking see, bro. That shit definitely struck a little bit of emotion. I ain't gonna lie. And yo, Tony Ferguson definitely well deserved getting his black belt, but the way and the fashion in which he got it, man, Eddie Bravo really brought it in big time, dog. That really just was fucking dope as freak to watch, bro. Eddie Bravo got his black belt from Jean-Jacques. He said he got it off of Jean-Jacques' waist. Tony Ferguson becomes the interim lightweight champion of the UFC. Eddie Bravo then takes off the black belt he was given by Jean-Jacques off of his waist, takes it off of his own waist and gives it to Tony Ferguson. Holy shit. Talk about passing the torch. Talk about fucking epic stuff right there. That was dope, man. There was like an actual like 5-minute speech Eddie Bravo did on that thing. I just clipped it up, you know, cause fair use and all of that crap. But I mean, it was a dope speech. Eddie Bravo, I mean, I don't even know if I should talk about this and like kind of ruin the moment here. I mean, it's just a thought though, right? This is just my opinion and a thought. I mean, it was everything else that I said definitely stands. Dope as fuck. The way he did it, man, that shit was epic. Fucking just everything. Like, that was the right way to do it. He brought it in, man. Huge shout out and props to Eddie Bravo there. But it just reminded me of whenever at the very beginning when he said, people ask me, am I happy Tony Ferguson finished him off of his back? Or does it feel good? Extra special. Fuck yeah, it does. Because if you remember, like during one of those interviews he's speaking about, he said that he believes Tony Ferguson could knock out Conor McGregor if he wanted, but he really wants to see him go in there and strangle Conor McGregor. And my thought was, as a jiu-jitsu coach, of course that's what you want, because motherfucking, you know, that's like whenever Michael Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold, like everybody's eyes went to Jason Perillo, like holy shit, no one expected Michael Bisping, his boxing, his hands to do that. Jason Perillo in the corner with the motherfucking gangster mean, the lean like a cholo, epic ass. That's what we were missing. We were missing Eddie Bravo in Tony Ferguson's corner with the fucking lean like a cholo right after he got the submission. But if you actually watch the full speech, Eddie Bravo says like, hey, we didn't even like train a triangle. That's crazy. But well, actually, you know, but we still trained bad positions, you know. Like, he kind of had to catch himself, you know, but that's fine. I mean, that Eddie Bravo is known as Tony Ferguson's jiu-jitsu coach. So whether or not they specifically trained for that, you know, I think people put too much stock into that. Oh, did you train that specific triangle choke that you finished him with? No, but I trained to be a motherfucking badass. I trained to be a killer. I trained to be one of the best fighters in the world. So however I got it done, yes, I prepared for that. You know, it's like the Mighty Bar, the Mighty Whiz Bar. Oh, crap. Has Mighty Johnson ever did that in training? Probably not. That's probably why you're not. I mean, he don't let people record his video, but Mighty Mouse isn't just running around finding 125-pound guys to test the Mighty Whiz Bar on. Throw him in the air and pull the armbar off. He's going to be breaking dudes' arms and fucking dudes' arms up. That's a high risk. You know, that's not something you can just practice over and over without getting injured and shit. Somebody just letting you throw him around while you're trying to put him in a fucking armbar and shit. No, you probably didn't practice it that often, but it doesn't take away from how epic it is that he pulled it off in a fight. It might be more impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I'm not a fucking jiu-jitsu blue belt, so I'm not going to fucking tell you about Tony Ferguson's technique. But other analysts of MMA and respected jiu-jitsu players have said that Tony Ferguson's triangle choke, it wasn't the correct form that he got Kevin Lee in when he locked it up. Even though he got the submission, they said it wasn't locked in the right way, and I'm not going to fucking refute that. I'm just saying, in this speech, Eddie Bravo was like, hey, we didn't really train for that. But, I mean, Tony Ferguson, one thing I do like about what he said, like, I don't got just one coach. It's like the fucking Ocean's 11 in here. You know, like everybody comes together for one masterpiece. I thought that was a dope-ass reference. Tony Ferguson referred to all of his different coaches like the Ocean's 11 coming together and putting, you know what I'm saying? This nigga come through and say he's in the hyperbolic time chamber. I really fucking like Tony Ferguson, but who doesn't, bro? I mean, he's like a fighter's fighter to me. Like, he said he's bringing humbleness back to the game. He's trying to step in the trash talk lane, you know, to sell the fights and get the money, but that's just not him, bro. He's bringing humbleness back to the game. He's one of the best fighters in the UFC, and now he potentially earned himself a fucking lottery title shot with Conor McGregor. I mean, that's what all signs are pointing to, unless some fucking fuckery or some finessing or some finagling goes on and Nate Diaz somehow swoops in and steals Tony Ferguson's fight, which I really at this point don't see happening, but it's a possibility. Tony Ferguson has really went on a remarkable run, dog. He didn't get skipped up the rankings. He had to clear out the division, go on a 10-fight winning streak, wait months to get his interim title shot still, and now he's finally gonna get the fight. It wasn't no, oh, I fucking got picked out of a hat and fought Conor and now I beat him, so we got a rivalry. But, you know, no, this dude earned his way. It doesn't even matter if Conor's the champion or if Khabib's the champion or RDA's the champion or Eddie Alvarez is the champion. Tony Ferguson is the number one contender no matter who the champion is. Tony Ferguson is the guy that should be fighting for the belt. He earned his fucking black belt. It just, you know what else that made me think of? He's got his black belt in jiu-jitsu now. I wonder if Trollbuster ever got his brown belt in MMA. With that being said, man, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you time at in the comments. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.